Hello. I cut the song off in the middle because I want to surprise you, much as we're about to see some idiots receive the surprise of a sudden head removal. Notice it says Mortal Kombat X over there, and then it says Mortal Kombat 11. Or, I messed up my joke. I was going to say Mortal Kombat X11? That's what they're calling Mortal Kombat 11? It's Mortal Kombat X11? That's not how you spell 11. Are they trying to be extreme? That's my joke about, we're not obviously streaming Mortal Kombat 11. We're streaming Mortal Kombat 10. Because, my friends, this Mortal Kombat 10 story mode, much like the Mortal Kombat 9 story mode and the Injustice story modes, is, what I've got to say is, and I don't want to weigh in too heavily on the single-player games versus multiplayer games, quote-unquote, debate. I mean, come on. Single-player games are the best. But also multiplayer games are the best because I spent several years of my life making a multiplayer game. The Mortal Kombat 10, if you have to have a single-player mode, if you have to make a multiplayer game and you put in a single-player mode, this is as good as you can do it. Absolutely as good as you can do it. And the game was open before I started streaming. I don't know what happened. Why it's back on the... why I had to restart it, I don't understand. I was on the title screen. Did it crash? Did Xbox Live have a diaper problem? Wow, it's updating the game data, and I've already just pressed any button. We're going to go ahead and leave it on 50, because the way I know is with live streams, you want to leave it in the normal. And we're going to choose mid-size, because with live streams, you want to leave it on the normal.
This is the Mortal
Whoa!
Kombat faction war.
Oh, it's the faction war, huh?
One of 5 factions comprised of Mortal Kombat X players from around the world in a persistent online battle for Earth realm supremacy.
I like how they do this idea. Anybody who doesn't know Mortal Kombat, this faction war
X,
thing is hilarious.
You contribute points to your faction. After each war, the faction
It's kind of
with
like
the
a
highest
sort of a
score is crowned
Hufflepuff,
faction
Gryffindor sort of
champion,
thing.
earning
Huffington
rewards
Post.
for all of its members.
Bit of a get your score. Oh, it's just a game about people being cruel to one another.
Choose your faction.
Daddy's gonna choose it. I'm gonna tell you what. I own, at this point in my life now, having been rewarded for my years of idiotic, misguided iconoclasm, my opinions, video games, with a salary, I have chosen to spend far too much of what money I earn on museum-grade replicas of U.S. military jackets. So, if I don't pick Special Forces, I'm a liar. When I played this game on the... I get a free ride and skin, thanks, accept or decline. You can say no. Can you imagine saying no to DLC? Is that Bautista back there? Is he going to play? I don't have an account and I don't want one. They always try to trick you with that. Do you create an account or log into an account? It's like you have to press like a separate button that's not a normal button. Here we go. We're going to play this story. Wait, hold on. Let me check the options to make sure we got subtitles on so we can all read. Because I'm an idiot, in case you didn't know. And, story difficulty, medium. We're going to leave it on medium. Subtitles on. Pause delay. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Yes, I want to save my changes. Okay. So, I'm gonna say this story mode is a wild junkyard bonanza. We played all the way through it on the PlayStation 4. And
millions of years ago,
the
Shinnok,
hilarity of it
one of the
was
gods,
just an attack on the senses. It is the best example of turning a video game that is like a video game but sort of hardcore video game for video game likers into a story. Just being like, we're gonna put a story in here. It's got all this voice acting, make you feel like Saturday morning in the 1990s. It's the closest a video game has ever come to me feeling like I'm watching X-Men, the cartoon. You know what I mean? It's just good. And I mean, look at this. This whole starting with the stone statues, drone camera. But Shao Kahn wasn't ready to lose. So in case you didn't know it, if you've played the first Mortal Kombat, and if you've played the second Mortal Kombat, clearly the goal of the marketing team at Warner Brothers, who now owns the whole Mortal Kombat shebang, as it were, their goal in creative directing, influencing, executive producing, I should say, NetherRealm Studios, is to be warm and open and inviting to the casuals who might remember first encountering Mortal Kombat 1 at the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk in Delaware long ago, and being like, look at this weird game with blood spraying out of dudes. It's like Street Fighter for my little brother and my big brother. Their goal is to take people who entered the series then, watched the first movie, loved all the fatalities being revealed in the second game in the local arcade, watched the second movie, and then decided to do something else. Somebody in the chat telling me they remember when MK1 was on the news. Heck yeah, I remember. They were like, a local video game is turning children into Charles Manson. The most evil work of art in history. So their goal is to be like, why even make a Mortal Kombat movie when you've got a Mortal Kombat video game? You've got this custom, tweaked, tricked out version of the Unreal Engine that they use to make these games. They got their own stuff in there. Chapter 1, Johnny Cage.
Destination, dead ahead.
Just put a story
Nice and easy for me.
and have some fights. There's Johnny Cage.
If by always you mean not once, Major?
And it's anybody who watched a VHS tape in like 1995, anybody who owned like all 3 Bloodsport movies that were then available,
You have the rendezvous coordinates, far edge of the forest. From there we access
anybody who's got fond memories of that stuff, it's like,
Elder God and his devils waiting for us.
this is just like the chillest, biggest explosion of everything you love.
The world has changed. For the worse, if we do not expel Shinnok from Raiden's
You know a guy's
temple,
blind when he
means
has a
to poison
bandana
Earthrealm's life force, the Jinsei.
wrapped perfectly
And we're not gonna
geometrically,
let that happen.
precisely around his
Genji
eyes.
and I appreciate the Major allowing us to join you. We're happy to help kick Shinnok's bony ass back to the Netherrealm.
Oh, Shinnok is bony? There's somebody out there who like, I mean, I've heard it, like, so I've got some hobbies that, oh, get over here, buddy. Get out of my copter and get into my nightmares. I have some pretty idiotic hobbies. For example, I love reading Amazon reviews of movies that I like that nobody else likes. Oh! Oh, B button. I picked the controller up off the table and pressed the B button. That's my reaction time today. So, it's got these QTEs. Why? I'm going to wait till the last second. I got him. Y, press Y. B. Oh, I was going to press that B button again. Oh, I got to struggle. I got to struggle a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, me gonna get it in the face? Nope. Oh, get kicked. A little bit of a strange disconnect there where my primary concern with how well I am doing / just did was, did I trigger the QTE in time, or is this the beginning of a long death animation? Wherever that guy goes, he's cold. If you're here, you're frozen. Welcome to Sub-Zero Town. Population, ice cubes. I love how this guy has lived through like just a meat nightmare apocalypse, and he goes ew nasty about a severed head. Buddy, there's plentiful as meatballs at an Italian restaurant. In this world you have chosen to continue occupying by not dying, yielding to the Creeper in a fight. Johnny Cage, more like Johnny Cash, because he can have all my money for that little performance right there. Welcome back to the Goblin Bunker. We're playing Daddy's Bingo today, and Johnny Cage is the daddy. Where QTEs are concerned, I'm the kind of guy who gets a flawless victory. It's just about all I've got in redeeming qualities. If I had a resume instead of just a 14-page document that everyone considers a work of fiction, I would put QTEs on there. I don't hate QTEs, but only because I've made video games before and I know that they're all stupid and that video games are just a bunch of weird trash. Oh yeah, you want my Mortal Kombat? Is that what you want? Oh, Johnny Cage. I'm not a Johnny Cage expert, so I don't really know. Oh, crikey. I played that Mortal Kombat. There we go. Oh, don't tell me to get over there. I'll actually go where I feel like going. Don't have my Elite controller today, so I gotta use the triggers to block instead of the hair triggers. So do you see how this story mode is great? Is that it shows these wild scenes, and then it's like, this is like exactly what we wanted with Street Fighter. The movie. The video game. I don't know any Johnny Cash special moves. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, they're right there. Down forward Y. Down back Y. Down back A. Back forward B. Yeah, I want that.
This is the end of you.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, he's just like hitting me. Okay, so the way this game goes is you can kind of just spam dudes. Alright, J Cash. Johnny Cash, let's go. These just Gumby looking dudes fighting each other. So this is like, I played all the way through this story mode when this game came out. And me and my buddy just passed the controller and we just laughed like idiots. And we actually got invested in the story. Doing my guile kick. And I gotta say, by the end of it, I was no more an expert in this game than I was at any other game I'd ever played. In fact, maybe I was less. Oh, crikey. What? What did you just say? Didn't know a face could do that? I just love any of Johnny Cash's flashy kicks. In case you didn't know, in Mortal Kombat the movie, Johnny Cash is a real movie star. Played by none other than Lyndon Ashby, one of the most famous men of all time. That's not true. Nobody knows him. Robin Show played, Whenever you see somebody from Mortal Kombat the movie show up in anything else, you just scream. That's how you know you were a teenager in the 90s. Not a 90s kid. If you were a 90s kid, I'm dead. He got me. He got me. No, he did not capitalize on his incredibly good move. Wait, or don't taunt him. Don't taunt him. As soon as Johnny Cash starts taunting, that's how I know I'm about to lose.
Get back to the chopper.
Lord, where'd all that gravy come from? What's he doing?
Sonya, get out of there!
Just don't hold the ham that close to your face when you squeeze it, bro. A sword of ice or a crowbar? So, like, right, if anybody, is anybody in the chat watching this after having not played a Mortal Kombat or engaged with Mortal Kombat otherwise in several years? Because, like, isn't this wild? Oops. Like, that little, even, like, between these two battles, he, like, went over and did a thing and, you know, accomplished something. Got stuck, in a way, after a fashion. There's plot, there's desire. We want to talk about story a little bit. I don't know if anybody's read the Robert McKee book, Story. Stories are about desire. You know? That's all it takes. What did Johnny Cage desire? He desired to go help his daughter. Baby Cage is her name. He desired to help her. And now he desires to save his own life. Revenge is the most common plot for a hack story writer to write because it's a character, usually a character dies and is removed. It's not supernatural. The character is removed from the story. The writer now no longer has to write the character and can just instead write the emotion that the character is sad. Mortal Kombat's not going to go that deep. Survival. That's actually a trickier plot to write than Revenge because this character is living and he's fighting to live. And in order to live, he has to kill. And the other person wants the same thing. So you've got the story of survival. The story of the desire to survive.
I liked it better when we fought on the same side.
Yeah, you weird mute ninja with a sword made out of ice in this world full of pterodactyls when we used to be on the same side in this place where severed heads are plentiful as meatballs.
To the list of things Shinnok will answer for.
Our Twitch chat is filtering the word kill, which is going to make this moderation of this stream very difficult. Okay, so here's a great thing. Raiden's name would actually be pronounced Raiden. But Boone and Tobias, the original noob Cybot, they knew the word Raiden meant thunder god, a sort of a thunder god in Japanese, and they decided to name their character after that, and they just didn't know how to pronounce it. So they pronounce it Raiden, and they've been doubling, tripling, quadrupling, all the way up to X-lupling on it ever since. So Raiden is called Raiden. I mean Raiden, he's called Raiden. Did you see there was a French TV commercial which has Christopher Lambert, who played Raiden in the original? I'll give you one Goblin Bunker dollar if you can tell me who played Raiden. I have to pronounce it Raiden in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. First person, who's got it? I need the answer within 10 seconds or I'll know you Googled it.
Raiden.
Nope, not Gary Busey, but very, very good guess. Not very...
It is too late.
Fujin. Warriors guy is you're getting there. You're warming up. Not Jack Black, no. That would be a good choice. Let's actually just cast our dream Raidens now. What do we got? Liam Neeson, very good.
You befoul these hallowed grounds, Quan Chi.
You befoul these hallowed grounds. Klaus Kinski, good guess. And actually, that's a terrible guess. Daniel Day-Lewis, man. He would nail it.
You abandoned them to their deaths. I returned them to life.
He would completely nail it.
Worse than death.
Someone has Googled it, and it's amazing, isn't it? It was none other than James Remar. James Remar. The man who played 2 roles in Django Unchained, which I find that really fascinating and quaint. I love the idea of somebody playing 2 roles, like in one consistent piece of fiction. I really, really love that. Look at that. Oh man, Jax is like so cool. Jax. And then, is that Kung Lao with the sword? That is Kung Lao, isn't it? Nighthawk from Mortal Kombat 3. Nightwolf, same thing. Thunderhawk, Nightwolf. He's just a ripoff of Thunderhawk from Super Street Fighter. It's incredible how much these fighting games back then referenced each other. Because they were, there was so much of a rich tapestry of history in Chinese martial arts films. Why don't we have any video games that feel like Chinese martial arts films? You know what? If you told me I had to throw one of them away and keep the other, I might ditch video games if you told me that I would have to never watch a Chinese martial arts film again. Because you know what? They're the best. Don't even say Jade Empire in the chat. I see you say Jade Empire as a, that's not a Chinese martial arts film. Damien Summer says Michael Cera as Raiden. How you doing, Damien Summer? Creator of Chess, the chess-ish game for the iOS. Well, I'm still Johnny Cage, so the techniques I've learned will carry me forward, much like the slide of this green kick. Again, we saw two men with complicated desire talking in the scene before this. And it's complicated by what a story writer in the vein of, Charles Dickens or Henry James would consider pedestrian, which is politics, any story about politics. David Mamet says anytime two people discuss a third person who's not in the scene, drama does not live in that scene. It's difficult to not talk about invisible oh, don't kill me, buddy. Come on. It's difficult to not talk about invisible third people in the frame of politics. Oh, he just killed me by touching the ground from like 40 feet away. I'm not going to cry, Uncle. I'm not your uncle, and I'm not going to cry. Because uncles don't cry. I can't stress enough that me and my buddy Kerwin went bonkers on this when it first came out. We were just like, we could not look away. What better way to experience all the stages and all the context? And it doesn't frame itself as like a fighting tournament. I mean, it sort of does. I should probably, it's hard to talk and play, I gotta say. I watched Justin Wong stream, and he doesn't like talk while he's fighting. I mean, come on. I've got to sit here and make cultural observations. This is what I want. Tell me if you like this. I can't believe I lost that fight. They just retry. They should just, for the retry, I should just get up. And killing you will be a pleasure. Will it be a pleasure? Does anybody actually enjoy killing? Does anybody actually enjoy it? So here's what I want for if we were to ever upgrade the Goblin Bunker. I want like a sofa so that I can play games on a sofa. You know what I mean? Because the Goblin Bunker is a broom closet. There's a mop bucket in here, and there's a goblin that lives in the mop bucket. I'm sorry, he's back there and he talks weird. But sometimes I have to take him to the grocery store. Jax. Anyway, we were talking about the laziness of writing a political story. So I've recently written a political novel. Like, whatever. I tried to do it without with my Spartan set of rules, which is...
Thank you and good night.
I like taking these loud rules of writers I admire and, like, directly to heart. Like, don't have two characters talk about a third character who's not in the room. I like to see what I can do, like, what I can get away with. I'm just like... So these guys have a political disagreement. They were obviously on the... Ooh. That's going to leave a mark, as they would say. These men were on the same side before, in the film Mortal Kombat Annihilation. They fought on the same side. Now, life has done them both a different dirty. So, fists blazing. They attempt murder upon one another. If engaging in combat with a deadly individual suffices as should you lose a suicide, it's possible these men are entering into this with the full understanding that it may end in murder-suicide. Or is it double suicide? The authorities seldom officiate on matters of Mortal Kombat. The reason for this is they can't decide whether it's murder or suicide. Obviously, neither of these men would encounter each other on a street in a city, for example, and engage the other in a combat, unless they were certainly okay with the possibility of death. Such is Mortal Kombat. I beat this man because I desire both my own survival and I desire his understanding. We're gonna fix you someday, buddy. Kurt Vonnegut said no semicolons. Yes, I try to write short sentences myself.
Well, nice seeing them again.
There is not air conditioning in the Goblin Bunker.
Sonya, that's not him.
Johnny Cage has a bit of that Jeremy Renner face going on. You ever look at Jeremy Renner's face? Here's something to do. Get a picture of Jeremy Renner and put it in Photoshop. And just like crop out everything except his face. And then just look at it by itself. I did this the other day.
Hey, hurry the hell up.
It's like you just put it on something. It's just very strange looking. But you know what? He's a decent actor who has had a lot of bad roles, and he seems to publicly be some kind of an idiot. So, that's my full opinion of Jeremy Renner. He's back in that new one, isn't he? He's back in that new Avengers, Hawkeye. He's got a haircut. Johnny Cage could play Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, I think so. I've actually seen the Jeffrey Dahmer film starring Jeremy Renner. I've seen it. It's not good. His performance is adequate, but he's just kind of playing, what do you call it? Repressed sort of dude. He's not super interesting. Whatever. That movie was sort of okay. Oh, look at these big dudes marching in here. Yeah, that Jeffrey Dahmer playing, he wasn't so good. It just wasn't a good film. I don't know why I watched it. It was like on Netflix. I just turned it on, and I was like, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I like the true crime stories, and it wasn't a good one.
You see it now, Raiden.
Welcome back to the dumpster where the crime is true.
Your legacy. You poisoned their
This guy looks like
house with
He-Man for teenagers right here, doesn't he?
The same as you did millennia ago.
Skeletor for
You
young
betrayed
adults.
Your fellow Elder Gods and attacked Earthrealm. We stopped you then, imprisoned you in the Netherrealm. We will do so again.
Oh, heck yeah.
The shadow from the light. The shadow grows.
I'm not so sure about your physics work there, buddy.
My fault.
I'm not so sure about your physics work there, Skeletor.
Fight for me.
He really does look like young adult Skeletor. I love it. Oh, yeah. Raiden's like a god of thunder. But he's pretty much just indistinguishable from a weird-looking guy who for some reason possesses electrocution imperviousness. Yeah, scream in that ear. It's just so full of hits. Let's do this. Oh my god. Do you see what I'm saying? Does everybody see what I'm saying about this?
Will not touch the Jinsei.
Oh, I will.
I mean, this is just a very incredible story mode. Someone in the chat says, can I have the audio of the game without the audio of the guy talking? So annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. You are a huge idiot. You can just get on YouTube and type Mortal Kombat X story mode, and there's just long plays of it, man.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
It's also free on Game Pass. You freak.
insignificant
You
speck of
moron.
feculent scum.
You don't have to look a game up and watch it broadcast live on Twitch if all you want is to watch it without a person talking. Like, which car in which burned down baseball stadium parking lot were you born under that you think the only place to watch a cutscene from a several years old video game is when it is broadcast live on Twitch? You rube. You imbecile. I'm gonna go ahead and say, get out of this chat. Get out of the goblin bunker. Never come back. Unless you're ready to chill with my goblin. And my goblin wants Whole Foods Parmesan chips, which we are going to get directly after this stream. In other news, can you imagine, like, being 13 years old when this game came out and playing this? This would have just blown my mind. I loved Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 when I was a teenager. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I loved Mortal Kombat the movie. I've got to say, everyone says Mortal Kombat the movie. Ooh, right in the head. Oh, he's an imposter. And I'm A-list. Am I going to get trounced? I remember this fight giving me and Kerwin, like, a lot of trouble. It's the first one that actually has some sort of a reasonable thing going on. So, I remember thinking Mortal Kombat the movie was, like, just the pinnacle of cinema. The pinnacle. The sin pin. You know? I had yet to really understand. You press RB to do the environment. And then I watched it recently-ish, like 2 years ago, and it really sucks. It's like, it's cool. That one song is good. You know, the one where the guy says Mortal Kombat, and then there's the... somebody slaps like a tenderloin steak. I don't know what a tenderloin is. I've never eaten one. Somebody slaps a tenderloin on a synth keyboard-ish. A keyboard. Okay, I should probably learn how to play and stuff. I should really just get the game audio without the audio of the guy talking. Oh, dunk me in the toilet. The toilet of the Lord. Let me drink from those briny depths. I shall die with a bitter taste. Oh. Me dead. Alright, let's get back in here.
You don't even think of hurting her.
Is our friend back in here? Oh, did the hater say, I wouldn't have expected a different response from this guy? You bag of trash. Like, what kind of a thing, what kind of a weak thing to say is that? You weak individual. Yeah, there is a skip fight option, which I find really funny. I refused to press it during my initial playthrough of the game. Is there an option to turn it down to easy mode? Because, oh my god. So it's... if this story mode lacks anything, it's that I have not had enough fights to get, like, really good enough for a boss battle. I don't know any of these combos. I want to dunk his head in the toilet. Oh, dunk me in the toilet of the Lord. Bringeth me down to guzzle the briny depths of God's weird milk. Milk that Satan goat directly into my throat. Welcome back to the Goblin Bunker. The Goblin Bunker wants Whole Foods Parmesan chips made out of fresh milked...
You don't even think of hurting.
Satan goat. Maybe I should put the story mode on easy. Who is... why are you notifying me about broadcasting? Live on Mixer? Lord. He's got me right here in a tizzy. I'm gonna make you drink. I don't like his move that does that. What? Man, how much reach does that thing have? Oh, crikey, mate. What? Okay, there we go. See, that was me not talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I didn't talk. I didn't deliver the talk there. I would have expected nothing less of this guy. Except he said that's the response I would have expected. Oh, am I just like straight up owned? Can you leave my throat alone? Bring me pain, ruckus if you must, but leave my throat alone. Oh, did you see that uppercut performed as he stepped backward? You got kicked in the chest, Moran. You're gonna have a heart attack for 6 weeks because of that. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my crike. Oh my chump. Come on, buddy. I wanted to put him downstairs and I didn't. We're already downstairs. Welcome back. Welcome back to this fight already in progress. I'm getting ripped open. Crikey! You got punched in the nuts, idiot. How do those nuts feel now? Oh, don't jump when I do that. Lesson number 1, idiot. I don't like when he does that. I don't like when he does that. I've become a quip machine. Man, will you stop? Oh, me die this time? Alright, I'm gonna get him though, don't worry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
You don't even think of hurting her.
You don't even think of hurting her. I don't? Well, I mean... Wow, you just told him what he doesn't do, not what you don't want him to do. Wording a command in that particular verb case is a real power move for a real power man. You want to get ultimate with me? You want me to show you my extra large? I can't believe I'm losing like this. If anyone in the chat is daring to say that I'm not good at this game, the answer is so what? I've made video games before. I just want to dunk his head into the daddy milk. Come on over, get that dog milk. Get that dog milk. Drink that dog, idiot. I got hit in the body. He got kicked in the... What?
There is fear in your heart.
That goddamn triple move. His goddamn flailing meatball hands maneuver he does, coming forward like that. Yeah, his high kick is like really, it's wilding me out every time he does it. Flailing meatball hands. Come on, buddy. You got punched in the nuts. You got kicked in the head. I don't like that move that just kind of paralyzes me for a second. I feel like he's supposed to like follow it up with something. Be a champ and follow up your massive paralysis move, bro.
Thank you and good night.
Can't wait for that Mortal Kombat DLC, or as I call it, Dilk, as I call it, dog milk, as I call it, fresh from the puppy. Get your dog milk in. Oh my god. Did I just Nard slam him while he slid? I blocked your idiocy. I kicked your stomach. I brutalized your head. Shinnok, you truly are an imposter. And I truly am a list. How did you like that coming down on your face? You want another one? Oh, he got a little too close for that one. No dog milk remains for me to force you to drink. To give someone food is to feed them. To give someone milk is to nurse them.
You really are a fallen elder god.
Welcome back to the Goblin Bunker. We're talking about animals and their milk.
Johnny Cage, the amulet!
Take the amulet, dude. Oh, I wouldn't give it to Raiden. I would use it myself. I have this thing, so I play a lot of video games. This is the thing. I play hundreds and hundreds of video games per year. People send me games. I play games. I try to put in like a half an hour into each one.
Enjoy the new digs, Gramps.
Never call a place digs. Never call a party a shindig. Never refer to a fun activity as shenanigans.
Johnny.
Or else you are gone.
Yeah.
Muted on Twitter.
We got him.
Oh, baby Cage.
Remain here. The Chamber's properties will heal Sonya Blade in short order.
Oh, is that Sonya Blade?
Quan Chi
I thought that was his, like, daughter.
A surge of power within the chamber overwhelmed my senses.
I guess the age gap between male stars and female co-stars applies itself with a sort of twisted brain psychology as concerns a game where the people are made of a computer-generated plastic, and I can't tell what age they're supposed to be.
Shinnok can never escape.
Shinnok can never escape. Sounds like it sucks for that guy. Like that dog milk dripping and bubbling over.
Quan Chi has escaped.
Getting all distracted and heated looking at that back there. Getting thirsty.
She called me Johnny.
Sometimes she calls you Big J, though. You got a weird small face.
Raiden told me later that I'm descended
Oh,
from
yeah.
some Mediterranean
20 years later, dude.
bred as warriors for the gods.
So I got this vest and I tattooed my chest. Now I'm back.
Raiden thinks it was triggered when I saw a loved one about to die.
I've been kicking every butt in the world for 20 years and there's only 12 butts left.
Cassie? Can you summon anything like that? Or did
Baby
it skip a
Cage.
generation?
She's Baby Cage.
We didn't need a halo in Darfur, or Iran, or Kurdistan, did we, Jackie?
She just named 3 real war zones.
Send you there, Jen?
I've seen plenty of action. Takeda and I both.
Takeda.
That's
That's how you would pronounce that, actually.
You're all here because you deserve to be. You're beautiful and unique.
That H, like on his chest, it looks like the DJ Honda H.
Now, as I'm sure you're unaware, judging
I
from
have a
the
tiny
gift
face.
card,
I'm sorry.
Today is our team's 6-week anniversary. Secretary Blake
And
says
actually,
he's
the
pleased
prefix
with our progress.
ANNI
He's
means
spitting his
year,
hair and he's
so
pleased with our progress.
He was
say
smart
we're
enough to have us
commemorating
today
6
this
weeks
game
of
together.
togetherness. You can say it
I'm
like that.
glad the Shura Ryu chose me to join. New places, new faces.
Oh, he likes her. They
As the
both,
secretary pointed
I love
out,
how he looks like a
older
weird
folks
video
are
game
growing
character and she
tired
looks more
someday.
like a real
So it's time
person.
for your generation to step up.
Clark
Shaolin,
After Dark
Shirai
says 6
Ryu,
weeks is the
SF,
paper anniversary.
together.
Yes.
For your
Yes.
team's first mission, you're going to the Lin Kuei Temple. We haven't
Oh,
heard
yeah,
from the
Lin Kuei.
Grandmaster in a while.
I thought they made
Sure
a...
he's still on our side.
Thought they make
He's
USB
got our
cables.
backs if things flare up again with our world. You need to bring him in.
Uh-oh.
Don't be surprised
That's my
if
favorite
Sub-Zero's
joke of the
not
day.
willing to cooperate.
Unfortunately, it has
Why be
no...
worried about Outworld? I thought Kotal Kahn
It
was
holds no
special.
water outside of this room.
Guys,
I can't
we're
just say
facing
Lin
a
Kuei.
civil war.
Nobody will know what I'm
Problems
talking
when,
about.
Those accords will be history.
Oh man, when those drums came in there, I thought like somebody had opened the door and there were like drums in the hallway. Kotal Kahn. Kotal Kahn, he's the total Kahn. Oh my god. Gunslinging weird man. A sort of a Star Wars parade.
Emperor. What's the expression? It's not worth the dirt on my shoe.
Oh my god, Kano. So Kano's accent interestingly resembles that
I'm
of
just saying.
the actor who played him in the first Mortal Kombat movie,
Outworld civil war.
which is interesting because that guy's dead in real life. And
You know Melina's little
it's like you can tell they're very clearly trying to remind you of Mortal Kombat the movie. Again, check out Mortal Kombat 9 as well, if you want.
I must attack her immediately. End this conflict. As you say, it drains us.
Oh my god, look.
Right.
We're about to
Do
get
we have a
attacked.
deal?
Look out. We're going to die.
What is it, Devora?
The Emperor should not be concerned.
Is she a robot or a lizard? Doesn't matter. She's wearing a hood.
way for Kotal Kahn. Move!
Make way for Kotal Kahn.
The Tarkatans are in position. We await your order.
It is given, dearest Tanya.
Was that Melina and Katana and Tanya and Katara?
False Emperor.
And where's Goro at? Goro was a, wasn't Goro an optional character?
It pains me to use it.
Or wasn't Goro a Dilk? Was Goro a Dilk? Let me know.
Excursion came too soon.
The rain falls when it may.
No matter. If Kano does what I
Give me that Dilk. I remember there being a Goro Dilk advertised as like a pre-order bonus. I like Kintaro. Okay. The people with big teeth are screaming in the streets. It's time for the Assassin's Creeders. Baraka, this game has defamiliarized Baraka into the realm of these Nether Realm Annihilators, or whatever they're called. It's just what the people look like around here. Are they a dentist's nightmare or a dentist's best customer? Why don't you ask a dentist? Baraka is Barak in Mortal Kombat 11.
You said a mouthful.
Has Kano had his actual heart ripped out? Oh, press the A button. Had to pick the controller up off my lap. I like Kano. Guy's weird. Oh no, me die? That knife did not look like it really went in there. Notice you can lose one step at the QTE, which is cool. Oh my god! I saw Y and I pressed Super Nintendo Y. Mortal Kombat got me back in the 90s, man. Oh my god, I pressed Super Nintendo X after indicating that was my mistake. I just got lost. I got lost in the woods here. It's all gonna end with us in the street fighting each other. Alright, let's fight and let's see if Kano wins.
Your offer of aid was but wind and air. Keep your 50 million.
Oh my god, I love this greasy Pulp Fiction dialogue. And then it smoothly transitions into a 60 FPS fight scene. Where I'm now Kotal Kahn, who can do a blood offering, which is good. I can use this old lady in the background as an attack prop. Kotal Kahn is a brutal man. Okay, I can throw my disc. And throw my sun disc at this idiot. Heck oh, buddy. Sorry, I'm just not thinking here. We're gonna try to hit someone with the old woman, yes, don't worry. Yeah, there we go. How'd you like it? Was that what you wanted, everyone in the chat? It's not funny in real life, by the way. But she's some kind of a weird monster. Well, I've made light shine down from above. I don't know what this guy's moves are or what his point is. I died. Yeah, this stage does have a real Dune feel. Okay, I don't really care about you guys.
Twice that to take you out.
I'm just gonna get him. Oh my god. What the hecko? Oh, he's got one of those. Excellent, excellent. Hey, I'm Kotal Kahn, dude. You're just Kano. Can you imagine, like, being a writer on Mortal Kombat? Like, your #1 priority every morning is to come in and think of a new name that starts with K. Or a new word that has a C in it that you could replace with the K. Can you imagine that? Wow, he flew real far. Oh. So the thing about this story mode is just as you're starting to get sort of comfortable with the first character you fight as, they give you another one who's totally new, and then the battles are harder. And the game continues to progress that way, building up intrigue and plot in these little scenes between them. It's wonderful. Never liked Outworld. He never liked it here. You mean the Nether Realm? I realize it's not called the Nether Realm. Everything this guy does is so slow, and then Kano is so fast. What happens if you just skip all the fights until the end? Well, you just watch the cutscenes, man. I don't want to watch the cutscenes. I want to feel like I'm sort of playing a video game.
Given me twice, then.
Yeah, I know.
Take you out.
Take me out, then. Where are we going? God. So you see, Mortal Kombat has a block button. So you gotta use it. I always forget that. Not today, though. God dang it.
Ain't that a bitch?
I'm gonna admit, I don't like using this guy. I understand that fighting as him, being forced to fight as him for an entire chapter. I remember this. It's like I said, we played through this. Being forced to play as him in this entire chapter of a campaign is interesting because it forces me to understand his moves better, for example, when I fight him. And it gives me matchups that best illustrate that in context. I'm not saying I want to play as Sub-Zero or Scorpion. I'm just saying. How am I not, like, is there no combo? Okay. May you choke on your gold. I love a world where gold is the currency. I respectfully refrain from using that old lady as a weapon. Oh, heck. Sorry, I gotta use the old lady. I had to. It was advantageous. Were it not for her unwitting sacrifice, I would not have won the battle. Achievement unlocked. Oh, hit someone with the old lady level interaction? That's an achievement? It's like... It's as though decades of making video games about ripping people's hearts out and ripping their spines out with their head and scalping them and then making them eat their scalp like a fruit roll-up is not enough. They have to give you an achievement for hitting an enemy with the old lady level. Ooh. Item. Object. I will never forget those who freed Melina. Oh, is she one of the sand snakes?
A united Outworld stands strong against its enemies.
It will never be united under your rule.
Your
Let's kill.
rebellion is all that prevents it.
What? Alright, Tanya. I don't know what you think you're gonna get away with coming in here with just like a normal person name. Don't understand any of his moves that I'm able to do. Don't kick me. I kick you. Oh, heck. That's my projectile deflectile. You freak monster. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. I die. I get impatient. That's what it is. Is the old lady perma-dead now? Yeah, are you done? Oh my lord. God, she just won't get off. Okay, I know what to do. No, I don't. That's not what I tried to do. I'm playing this goddamn fighting game with a goddamn D-pad. Alright, hurry up. I'm gonna kill this fight. This is my goal for today, is to beat this fight. Alien is in this game. Jason, Freddy Krueger, Kano, Predator, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. God, his projectile takes so long. Oh, she just doesn't seem to know that this is something that she doesn't have to get hit by. Oh, how dare you. Want to get kicked? Oh, no, okay, forget it. The hubris on display as I refuse to win with any move that is not my goddarn Beyblade. I think Kotal Kahn plays with Pogs, speaking of 90s things. So, do you think everyone who says Mortal Kombat is the best video game movie ever is going to change their mind when Detective Pikachu comes out? Sound off in the chat. Bunker Squad. Let me know, Goblin Squad. After eating 14 Beyblades, she decides to throw a skull. Get that Ghost Rider garbage out of here. Get in the trash can or start eating this dumpster. Did he command her to rise?
You are a fool to trust Melina.
I'm all for people with the last name Khan calling somebody a fool in a video game. Because that has reminded me of... that just brings me back to the 1990s. You weak, pathetic fool.
Tests me for the last time.
You will die, mortal. I love the Mortal Kombat voice acting.
Kano was to kill you, miserable snake.
Wait, that wasn't English. Oh my god. Cut off his Baraka arm. Ripped his foot off. I don't know how I'm gonna die, though when I die, I hope I yell. I don't want any air left in my lungs when I die, you know what I mean? I want to just explode it all out my mouth in a really manly yell.
I was not merely declared a god by befuddled commoners.
I've never done an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression because I hope I accidentally do the perfect one the moment I die.
Melina suspects your true intentions, son of Argus.
So, in case you didn't know, this guy's dad is Argus. Back in the street where it all began.
My intentions are to teach you the
This guy's powers, like, he can move through water, and he can also just make water. So it's like, oh, are you gonna keep trying this, Rain? Wait, is he Rain the pop star? Oh, me exit stage just like that. Oh, so it looks like business as usual has resumed here at the Outworld Bazaar. They got their big Conan wheel going in the background. And their weird creative elephants pushing the mill. Angry Beastmaster, Return of the Jedi men whipping the beasts. This saber-toothed tiger which slumbers here will be used as my footstool. I landed right into a place where his hit anything anywhere attack was able to reach immediately. You're hitting me. Do you want to be my punk? What the heck, man? Crikey Lord. I'm dead. I said I was going to turn this off after I defeated my hated enemy. Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is in this game? Actually, the character's canonical name is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Master. Known colloquially as Massacre Man. I put some light on the ground. Oh, I'm in a bubble, which is now electrocuted. God, is this guy playing Bioshock? I made a blood sacrifice for you, not them. Oops. Oh, Kotal Kahn wins. Your sacrifice, but never mind. I love getting caught in a big silly bubble after all this Gumby grimness has come to pass. Such bloody violence transpires in the vicinity of a muscly red roasting pig head. And then Daddy's in a bubble. Blood sacrifices grim and loud. My enemy sprinting with hate in his demon eyes. My ceremonial boot feathers flapping. A sprint in anger. Divine light upon the ground. My knife thirsts. And Daddy's in a bubble. Just like that. I died like a fool. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this, and then that's it. I will reveal my secret once this battle is done. Daddy's in a bubble. Man, you putting me in a bubble and you shocking me is not the way to bake my cookies or to be my friend. You want a slice of some bread? You hit me 3 times, because once wasn't enough for this greedy freak. Daddy's in a bubble again. Get me out of that bubble. Not like that. Mortal Kombat is all about paralyzing the enemy for a moment. I'm going to kick you in the face one more time. No. Nothing works thrice. I won. I'm going to go ahead and reveal my secret, which is that for the last 10 minutes, I'm playing this game on a computer monitor in the OBS via the Elgato Game Capture HD 60S. And it was dropping wild numbers of frames in my preview here, and
You won't touch him again.
I had about like half a second, about a quarter of a second of input lag. And it was very, very difficult. So that was like playing violent chess there. Anybody remember Battle Chess? The game where there's chess?
To my father, Shao Kahn, I, Melina, Khanum of Outworld, order your execution.
Oh yeah, I gotta fight her now. These people. Oh no, I don't think I can keep playing because this is giving me a headache. Oh, she's doing the do not want to be Kotal Kahn anymore. Just, yeah, throw that fruit at Daddy until he's on the floor. I don't want to be Kotal Kahn anymore. No, it won't work thrice. What's this Metal Gear Solid sound going? You hear that?
Death comes to all.
Death comes to all? Yeah. That's what you're gonna say when your victory is not a certain thing. The issue of victory yet eludes you. One would think in a world full of such violence and evil that its participants have a slightly more mortal understanding of chance. Perhaps he's speaking of the general philosophical truth of death coming to us all. I don't know what my light on the ground does. Though I do know that Kotal Kahn wins.
This day.
Death comes to us all, there will be an execution this day. What does that mean?
For your descent, Melina. Your blood will
I reached level 5 in my faction, by the way.
Up the stair path. To the fire's edge.
Yeah, there was no... The lag was gone. That was nice. Someone in the chat says it would be cool if in addition to skip fight, they had a change character option. No, you can't change the character because it's the story. Look at this. Even though he could have, like, a bodyguard or whatever that you can switch to.
A mere cub, grown to be a jaguar.
Jaguar. If you love jaguars, check out the film Apocalypto, in which the main character's name is Jaguar Paw. And now, back to Metal Gear Solid 1.
Jackie and I will come in from the south. You two from the west.
Uh-huh.
Rendezvous here, the north entrance.
Then what? A simple pick up and go?
We bag him if he resists.
Resistance might be more possible than you think.
Don't sweat it. It comes to that, Sub-Zero won't know what hit him.
Oh my god, of course Sub-Zero hangs out in a place where it's snowing. The Lin Kuei Temple. Now you get to play as Sub-Z. And this is where the action, interestingly enough, really heats up.
The forward defenses stand down as you command, Grandmaster.
Nothing like a metal ninja mask, right?
It is time to entertain our guests.
Maybe we can play Mortal Kombat with them. There's all these frozen looking dudes. I love this snow. I was very impressed by this snow effect.
Move.
In case anyone didn't understand what you just said, in the military, I've got point means I'm going to go in there first. In case you didn't know. Sub-Zero's got his big dad beard. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero owns so hard. I wish they would have made more of those games. It just sounded like... I get so sad about a series. Like something that has a series name attached to it and then they don't make a sequel.
I need to
Mortal Kombat Mythologies : Sub-Zero. Spartan : Total Warrior. Spartan Total Warrior is just one of the best action games of all time.
My name is Sergeant.
Oh, you know what's happening when the Netflix original series music comes in the background with the bass line? Boom boom ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Let's fight.
Yet you are cut off, surrounded. What will you do?
My father always spoke highly.
Man, Sub-Zero
He
rules.
wants to talk.
Remember Mortal Kombat 3? Where he had his mask off?
Okay, let's try pummeling. Now!
Wait!
Let's try pummeling. LTP. Oh, Cassie Cage is going to get the deep freeze.
You lead this group, but they do not follow. What would your mother do?
Stop wasting time and take you down.
Wait, is her mom dead? Sonya Blade, mother of Cassandra Cage. Okay, I love Sub-Zero. I want to learn how to play as Sub-Zero. I want to freeze and then shatter. She will not allow me to freeze her.
It's just gonna get worse.
Hold still and let me shoot you, as Falco Lombardi would say. Oh my god. What? No. Huh? Oh, me gonna die. Anyway, as elaborate as this game's story mode is, I bet the new one is just like bonkers. I really want to play the new one. Though, something tells me I'm gonna sit here and play the rest of this one probably this weekend. I don't have a fight stick of any sort for my Xbox.
I make violence look good.
Do you? There we go. That was the perfect moment. I gotta admit, this background is messing with my eyes a little bit because the contrast isn't super good. I mean, it's cinematic and it's atmospheric and it's moody. Me dead. I'm getting faction XP like a wild man. Sandra Cage with her aviator sunglasses on. Kind of a loser wears aviator sunglasses. Look at my Instagram later today to find out.
You're less than zero.
What? She said I'm less than zero? That's literally what Sub-Zero means. I know you think you're being funny, but... See, I like the way Sub-Zero feels. He has kind of a flow to him. I like it. I mean, I'm dying like crazy. I wonder if any of this will translate over to... I mean, I just want to, like... At the end of this stream, I know I've not exhibited the greatest play skill, though hopefully I have entertained you in some small way with my... What? With my, commentary. I just want to say that when Mortal Kombat 1 came out, no one could beat me in the arcade. No one. When Mortal Kombat 2 came out, no one could beat me. Mortal Kombat 3, no one. Then people started getting serious. And Mortal Kombat stopped being serious. I was okay at all the other fighting games. Decent at Soul Calibur and such. I played this one in the story mode. All I did was play the story mode. It did not... I got it for free. Did not have time to play the rest of the game.
You need an attitude adjustment.
And then, I need an attitude adjustment, yeah. So, I remember playing the story mode and being like, man, it would be so fun to play this game. And to get good at it, but I didn't know anybody who played it, and I didn't want to play a game online. I was in the middle of making an online game. So if perhaps I have not exhibited the highest skill, know that when this game came out, I was making a game that if you played it against me today, you could bring 3 of your best friends, 3-on-1, I would destroy you. And it's a baby's game with 1 button. 6 hours would pass and you would not be able to win, okay? You leave part of your god-darn spiritual body in a video game when you make a video game.
You are more like your mother than you think.
I never played Time Killers, actually. Person in the chat saying they think they could beat me at the game I made. No, you couldn't. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of experience are mine.
No doubt.
You've never seen me play it for real.
My father taught me a lot, Grandmaster.
Let us see.
So, here's one of those battles that my father taught me a lot, Grandmaster, he says, respectfully. We'll see. So, they're about to have a fight, but they probably don't really want to kill each other because they've already got some sort of a friendship or history. At any rate, everyone, I believe that's the end of my stream. And I hope you had a good time. Except that one guy who didn't have a good time. What was wrong with that guy? There's probably He's probably okay. He probably found something else to yell at. Thank you, everyone. We will see you all later. And oh, my last Final Fantasy video should be going up very soon. Goodbye.